In this video, we're going to explore three major ways technology is reshaping travel. First, we'll look at how AI is changing the way we travel, from booking flights to planning trips. Then we'll go over the best travel apps that can make your trips easier and more efficient. But the last topic is the biggest one, and by far the one that impacts not only your travel experience, but also those around you. So watch until the end for that one. Think back to the last time you traveled or even planned a trip. How much of that experience was shaped by technology? Did you use Google Flights to compare ticket prices? Did you check Instagram or YouTube for recommendations? Maybe you even ask AI to plan your itinerary. Travel today is almost unrecognizable compared to how it was 20 years ago. Technology has made it easier, faster, and more accessible, but it's also changed the way we experience travel. The big question is, are all these changes all for the better? By the end of this session, I want you to think critically about how you use technology in travel. Are we using it as a tool, or are we letting it control our experiences? So let's dive right in. Without a doubt, artificial intelligence is making travel smarter and faster and more personalized. It's behind almost everything we do when we are planning a trip, sometimes without us even realizing it. When you search for flights, AI is also working behind the scenes in apps like Google Flights and Hopper, analyzing prices and predicting the best time to book. It's no longer about just showing what's available, it's telling you when to buy just to get the best deal. AI is also changing the way we plan trips. Instead of spending hours researching on blogs or watching travel vlogs, tools like ChatGPT and Trip Notes can create a full itinerary in seconds based on your preferences, budget, and interests. You tell it where you want to go, what kind of traveler you are, and it gives you a day-by-day breakdown of activities, restaurants, and estimated costs. Even the language barrier is becoming easier to navigate with AI-powered translation apps. Google Translate now allows real-time speech translation, meaning you can have a full conversation with someone in a different language almost instantaneously. Many airlines and hotels are also using AI chatbots to handle customer service. If you need to change a flight, check into a hotel, or even track lost luggage, you might not even interact with a human anymore. AI is handling all of it. These advancements save us time and money, but it also brings up an interesting question. If AI is planning our trips for us, are we losing the element of discovery? One of the best parts of traveling is stumbling upon something that's unexpected. If AI makes everything perfectly optimized, do we risk turning travel into just another checklist of things to do? Technology has given us access to a wide range of travel apps that makes planning and navigating easier. Google Maps, for example, is more than just a navigation tool. It helps travelers find restaurants or save our favorite locations, and it even downloads maps for offline use. Overcoming the language barrier, Google Translate's camera feature is a game changer. You can hold your phone up to a menu or a sign in a foreign language, and it instantaneously translates it for you. If you want to save money on flights, Hopper and Skyscanner analyze pricing trends and predict when it's the best time to book. They take the guesswork out of airfare, making sure that you don't overpay. For keeping your trips organized, TripIt is an app that automatically pulls details from your confirmation emails and creates a full itinerary in one place. There's no more searching through emails for flight times or hotel addresses. It's all in the app. Rome to Rio is another useful tool, helping you figure out the best way to get from one place to another. If you're in Europe, for example, it will show you whether it's cheaper to take a train, bus, or flight between cities. Then there's Lounge Buddy. Although this app is expired now and non-existent, there's still other apps out there that can tell you the airport lounges that you can access even if you're not flying first class. If you have a long layover, it can help you find a comfortable spot to relax. These applications make travel more convenient, but they also bring up an important point. Are we becoming too dependent on technology? What happens if your phone battery dies or you lose Wi-Fi access? Could you still navigate a city, communicate, or find a way without these tools? It's great to use technology to enhance travel, but it's also important to make sure that we can function without it. Now for the final topic that I want to talk about, and that's the impact of social media on travel. Christian and I have been travel YouTubers for almost a year now, and we have traveled the world for almost 3 decades. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube don't just inspire travel, they shape where people go, what they do, and even how they experience a place. On the positive side, social media makes it easier than ever to discover new destinations. A single travel vlog can introduce someone to a city they've never considered visiting. Real-time reviews and recommendations also mean we no longer have to rely on outdated guidebooks. We can see what's popular right now. Social media has also made travel feel more accessible. Christian and I hope that through our YouTube channel, our experiences in a place can make it feel more approachable and help you overcome fears of traveling somewhere new. But there's also a downside. One major issue is over-tourism. A destination that was once a hidden gem can become overcrowded almost overnight because it went viral online. Places like Bali's Gates of Heaven or Santorini's Blue Domes now have long lines of people waiting to take a picture, just like the same photo that they saw on Instagram or Snapchat. Some spots have had to limit visitors' numbers or shut down entirely because they couldn't handle the crowds. This is not new. Ernest Hemingway even feared that writing too much about a place, especially one that he loved, would strip it of its magic. He believed that capturing a location in too much detail could drain his personal connection and make the place feel less special or even lost to him. Another issue is performative travel. Are we traveling for experience or are we traveling for content? How many times have we seen people more focused on getting the perfect shot than actually enjoying where they are? Travel is supposed to be about discovery and connection, but when everything is filtered through social media, it can start to feel a little bit like a performance. There's also the problem of unrealistic expectations. Many photos and videos online are so heavily edited, making destinations look more glamorous than they actually are. Someone might arrive at a place expecting crystal clear waters and empty beaches, only to find that there's a huge crowd and horrible weather. This gap between expectation and reality can lead to disappointment. So how do we find balance? The key is to use social media as a tool, not as a guidebook. It's great for inspiration, but don't let it dictate your entire trip. Some of the best travel experiences happen when you put down the phone and fully immerse yourself in the moment. Technology has revolutionized travel in ways we never imagined. AI has made planning easier, travel apps have taken the stress out of logistics, and social media has opened up a new possibility for where we go and what we do. But with all of these advancements, we have to ask ourselves, are we still in control of the experiences, or is technology shaping them for us? So here's my challenge to you. On your next trip, pay attention to how you're using technology. Let AI help you plan, but leave room for spontaneity. Use travel apps to make things easier. Don't let them replace the real-world navigation. Get lost on a random street. Ask the local for directions and look around. Some of our best experience and fondest memories have been getting lost, enjoying social media for inspiration, but don't let it control your expectations. At the end of the day, technology should enhance your travel, not define it, because the best travel experiences aren't always the ones that you see on a screen. They're the ones that you actually live.